Joe, do you enjoy a glass of milk on the course?
Sometimes I put in my water bottle a full liter.
Ice or no ice?
Homogenized, no milk. Sometimes I put it on the outside cup holder and let it sit in the sun.
Let it really curdle.
Curdle in my guts, bubble, some would say.
Four, please. Now driving. Neal Ryan.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Bunkhouse Golf podcast number 5. We're sitting here, Gracie's place. Still looking good as ever. When's the last time you cleaned this place?
In a minute, I got someone for that.
Hot start.
That is a hot start.
Hashtag you stink.
Oh man, okay, so we're in the second day of the players right now, and supporting the cap. I've been supporting the cap all week long. It's my favorite hat. By the way, thank you for getting this last year. It's my favorite hat.
You're welcome. I'm missing it so bad. I'm watching it on TV.
Yeah, because you've been there for the last 2 years?
Yeah, last 2 years, missing it bad.
Man, that actually kind
Big
of...
FOMO.
I forgot you. Yeah,
Big FOMO.
that was part of
watching
that.
it and just like,
I'm a huge players guy.
yeah, and fucking right away off Thursday, big fucking ace from Buckley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Buckley.
Yeah, Hayden
Yeah.
Buckley right
playing
away.
for the biggest purse in history too.
Yeah, same golf hole today, though. We see, what's his name? The
Chad
leader.
Ramey.
Oh my god, what did he make on the hole?
Quad.
Absolute mess.
He made a 7.
That's like the nightmare. That's
He was in the
like-
lead going up to that hole. That's what 17 does to you, though.
That's nightmare fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like, so, seriously, though, it's like, what has to be going through your head as a
Sound
guy
of the
who's,
green.
as a guy who's 10 under par, he's leading the players, he's not supposed to be there, he knows that. Of course, when you're
That's
in
probably
that
what's
position,
going through his
Yeah,
head.
that's
But like when you watch his shots, both of those shots, like they land on the green, you'd think they would have spotted.
they're just playing so firm. They always
know,
do
it's
that.
crazy,
Every player that plays that hole that have played it in the past knows that about that green. It's just a springboard.
Yeah,
But you know-
like
but you know
even
your
the
job.
drop zone, like you usually see guys being able to stop pretty quick there, but that just did not want to stop.
But his job coming down those last 2 holes is to not do what he did.
It wasn't his last 2 holes.
Or no, his last 2 holes in the front nine. The last
Yeah,
2 holes in the golf.
they
course.
do
You know,
split tees.
Yeah, but you know your position, you know your job, and it's
Just middle of the
adrenaline-
green.
Yeah, but adrenaline's pumping.
Yeah,
through
that's
your brain.
huge. People don't realize how much adrenaline actually does bring into your golf shot. Like they talk about it all the time. It's like, oh, you're gonna have to take like 1 club less for adrenaline, and people are like, is that a real thing? And like, it is. It's
It
big
is.
time. Like you hit it so much further
You're
whenever
in
your
the
adrenaline's
moment.
pumped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just drop it from the top a little bit quicker.
I've
Yeah,
had
and
six-
it's not necessarily a bad move.
No,
either.
no, you still make
You're
a good. You're just a little more through that ball,
I
and
think-
then
Always. I've had 6 old fashioned. I feel my pulse in my leg right now. Adrenaline. Adrenaline pumping.
So it's funny.
Adrenaline pumping. Blood thick. Water.
So I'm not on the same scale as the Players Championship, but this goes back like I was playing the club championship in Antigonish. Shut out.
This is really far away from the players.
It's very far away from the
We're
Players
on the
Championship. I mean, it's pretty much the Players, let's be honest. But I was coming down, and I was making a comeback. I was a couple back from Jamie at the time. And it just came off. I made a really good bogey save on 16, made a good birdie on 17, and I was 1 back going into the last hole. And I remember I stand on the tee box. And it's a little bit of a tight tee box if people haven't played Antigonish. You have to go over a bunker.
Many people haven't.
I know many people haven't, but you never know. Some people do. But there's a lot of people, honestly, that say it's a great track.
never played it.
Oh no,
You gotta
it,
play.
no, it really is.
But it's a tight
track.
shot. So I went there, and like it was the first time I was like in contention at a golf tournament. Like it's crazy, but it's like that was the first time. And I remember I was on that tee box and hit this drive, and I must have hit this thing like how long's that hole? 400 yards?
Yeah, what you hit, like 260?
No, I had 75 yards left into the hole. Like I hit it like 325 yards, and that's when I wasn't driving it that far either. But it's just like adrenaline was pumping, and I just absolutely hammered it. It's crazy how much it actually comes in on your...
Well, you don't realize it, but it's the, like Brian said, the oomph. And what he means by the oomph is like the ball impact area. Like all of a sudden your body is moving. Like your muscles aren't tight. Your back is definitely not tight. You're not thinking, but even if your back was sore, or even if your muscles were sore, you don't even feel it. Is because it's so, you're so within this golf shot that like when you make a move on it, the professional move is to make sure you don't quit on it. So what do we do in regards is we actually give it a little bit extra. So that's why you hear the guys even like late on a Sunday are talking about like having a wedge shot in and they'll hit a 54 instead of a 50. And the only reason is because they can get it there. That extra, that 10 yards.
It's like an extra club.
It's a full club.
Yeah,
it's
a full club.
Yeah, well, my ball, well, you've seen it. You commented on the last Next Golf video, which will be coming out later this week, is when you're in there, it's like, you're like, wow, your ball speed. It's like, man, I haven't reached those ball speeds yet. Like, in a simulator.
Yeah, like whenever we play Tuesday nights, you don't get close to that ball speed.
No, but that adrenaline through playing for, like, such a large purse and really, like, trying to, like, those tournament feels back is all of a sudden your body just moves faster. You're freer. You just like give it the extra. And then what also that can cause though is those mishits, those strikes, those lefts for me.
Like you when you hit 2 fairways maybe?
I think I hit 1. Yeah. Oh.
Rough scene.
We have another round though, guys.
We do.
Yeah.
We have one more round.
Yeah. And
redemption time.
I have to say though, this next golf tour for me has been a huge positive in my life is because I can't focus on my short game. I have to focus on my ball striking. And my ball striking hasn't been the best.
It's good for you because like I said, your short game is never gonna go away. You have a phenomenal short game. But you getting better off the tee and ball striking is going to help you in the long run.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just knowing your weaknesses, and like I know that, right? And it's not like it's a mystery. And when you're in with whether you're getting some instruction, whether you're with some friends or you're on the course, it shouldn't be a mystery what your weak part is. You should have a pretty good understanding of like where your game goes south. You shouldn't feel like you're like, oh, I just don't know what's wrong. It's like it maybe isn't your ball striking with your irons if you keep hitting it out of the rough. Yeah. It could be your driver, right?
For sure.
Or if you just never get it up and in from inside like 20 yards, probably practice your chipping. Like dumb it down, right? Yeah. Know what you're good at, Victor Hovland. Yeah. Amazing off the tee. Sucks with a wedge in his hand.
Yeah. So, Gracie, I know you mentioned this story about Cam Smith hitting the water at 18. But what you must have from being there for the past 2 years, what are some other like things that like really stuck with you being at that tournament the past 2 years?
Shane Lowry, the ace.
Oh yeah,
the ace. I was there.
No way.
There, actually, right beside the hole, but missed it actually going in because I was sitting there chatting up whoever was beside me.
Oh no.
Yeah, just like
disaster.
Roar there. Everyone's piled, having fun, right? But then just actually missed it dropping. Watched him hit it. And then I was like, hey, started chatting beside me. Missed it dropping. Crowd went nuts.
Oh my
Have a
God.
video of him grabbing it and hawking the ball in the crowd. But that was a big one for me. That, let alone
just being on the property itself.
Walking in, as soon as you walk in, it's kind of like, I've never been to the Masters. Never been. It's bucket list for me.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Soon, right?
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, I always forget that you've gone to the Masters.
It's such a good experience. It's unbelievable.
Right? Like, and that's a bucket list for me. I'm waiting to go. But for me, they're walking right in. Just, yeah, it was nuts. It was wicked.
Well, you go through that middle part with the flags. Like the golf course is on your right, the range is on your left. Like I have been to the property and I've got to play the other course.
Yeah, we played the Valley course.
We played the Valley.
We got lucky enough to go there, but we couldn't play the actual stadium course.
We could. You just had to pay $375 American. And then everyone was like, you seem like the kind... When I said no, they were like, wow, that seems odd for you. That seems like the kind of guy. I was like, I I don't have that.
Yeah, but honestly, everybody says the Valley
Yeah.
course is the better course.
It's hard.
It was a hard course.
It's not the Dye Valley course. It's the Dye Water course. It's because it has 16 holes of the 18. I'm pretty sure have water on it. And I found about 14 of them.
God, boys, do I ever want to go on a trip somewhere warm and play golf right now? Like
Right.
I have the bug bad.
Funny,
right now to go
funny
play
story.
golf.
We were talking about Dye, like Pete Dye, and all that. So when I was down in Dominican at the Casa de Campo, he's designed all the courses. While I was down there on the Dye 4 course, he passed away while I was playing Dye 4
What?
down there. Yeah, true story. I
That's
was down there.
wild.
This was
Crazy.
last
That's
year.
wild.
It's gonna slide that in there.
You just that's like a huge story. You're just
Dude,
like,
it was
oh,
crazy
yeah, this happened.
because after we finished the round, we got called to like the dinner that night.
Like for anyone who played the golf course.
It was a pro-am. I was out there for pro-am. And
Oh.
while we were at the dinner, they let us know, like, hey, just letting you all know terrible news while you're out there today. Pete Dye passed away
Wow.
while we were playing his course.
That's
Crazy. And that was in Dominican, in La Romana.
Well,
in
he has a
Dominican.
lot of golf courses, so
All over the world.
I don't feel too special.
No, I was gonna say I'm a pretty special guy, but I don't feel that special. But no, it was pretty crazy. We were like, what the fuck? Like I was on one of his courses in Dominican, probably some of his best. I don't know if either of you have ever been there.
No.
People keep asking me if I've been places. Soon. I'll be there soon.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, have you been down to Australia and playing the Sydney courses? I'm just like, no.
I want to go to New Zealand so bad and play
Yeah, New
golf down
Zealand
there.
golf looks
It
like my
looks
type of
crazy.
my cup of tea.
Man,
Big
every
time.
time Mac Boucher posts something in New Zealand, I just look at it and it's like, it's a whole different world.
It's a whole different world.
It's a whole different world of golf.
Yeah.
It looks just Cape Canavers. That course looked like that has
Jack's
to be,
Point looks crazy.
Oh my god! Man. Like
Yeah.
there's just
Crazy.
some
just
of the
insane.
properties down there are literally. It's like going on a walk with Lord of the Rings while you go play some golf.
Like Mac Boucher
Like,
is just like living the dream right now.
Yeah.
He just goes and travels around and like goes to Abu Dhabi for a little bit, or Dubai. Sorry, he goes to Dubai. He goes to New Zealand, goes Vancouver, British Columbia. Like just travels around. Like that's what I want.
So what he's doing is all of our dreams.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Not just us in general, the entire community of golf.
Oh
Just-
yeah,
If you are a golf fanatic and you love it, you're a geek of it, all you want to do is see the difference. The difference is around the world. Because something I'm interested in is actually like Japan golf and China golf. I really am. I have no
Oh
idea.
yeah, it looks. I like playing some of the TrackMan courses. Like they look unreal.
Oh, I gotta get in on like some of the night golf courses they have out there, like in Dubai and stuff like that. Like that just looks. Imagine going to tee up at like 10 o'clock, go play 18.
That's my time, though. I feel like I would shine at 10 o'clock at night.
I would love to play a full one because we played under the lights at Cabot, which is phenomenal.
7 p.m.
But
at night, tee time, first tee, you can count on it being in the 60s. Guaranteed it. I'm like wide awake. I'm like, what a day I've had.
Ready to have some fun.
Yeah,
Ready to have some fun.
but that's why I'd love to play
Sucks
like an
ass
actual
for the
full
shop
18
guys.
hole like
Terrible
18
for the
hole like
shop
par
guys in the
72
back.
golf course like under the lights would just
Yeah,
be
it'd be a
unreal.
full length course under the lights would be sick. Also, like an experience that I always kind of wanted too was like northern. Like you see all these like northern countries where like it's light pretty much all night.
Yeah.
Like Northwest Territories and stuff like that. They have golf courses that are open. Like you can tee off at 12 o'clock at night.
You just need a mat
Yeah.
underneath your fucking golf
Yeah,
club.
like-
to travel around with a mat.
Yeah,
It's
like
like
if-
sand based.
But there's so many unique golf experiences like around the world now, and that's something where like that's gonna draw more people into the game. Like making something where it's just cool. Like who doesn't want to go out there and tee it up at 10 o'clock at night and like
Yeah.
play under the lights? Like that's such a cool experience.
Or
Like
like par 3 courses.
Par
that,
three
that are more
courses.
like target based.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, 12-hole golf course.
that's Neal's big thing, isn't it?
That's our dream, boys. For all of you out there, our dream.
12-hole golf course.
We just
All under the
makes,
lights.
It makes more sense.
All under the lights, every hole. Nice driving range.
You have
practice.
You have maybe like a front six and a back six, and they take about an hour and a half to play. And an hour and a half isn't a lot out of your day. It's kind of like going to hockey or going to like the soccer field or something like that. 4.5 to 5 fucking hours out of your day is so
long, and that's what draws people away. They don't want to spend. They don't have that time commitment. It's a huge time commitment.
That's why I always see all the memes on like Instagram about like the wives, like like the husbands leaving, like, oh, I'm sorry, I was supposed to have plans, but I know I'm going to play golf, and like you see all those memes and the funny videos on it. Because it's literally like it's a whole day.
It's a whole day. Yeah,
it's a full day.
5 hours. It's 5 hours for the round plus a.
If you're not playing at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 7:30 in the morning, if you play at any time in between that, you are gone for 6 hours.
Oh yeah,
Trip for the course, meal afterwards, maybe not even a meal, but drive back to where you're going. You're looking 6 fucking hours, and that's a lot.
Yeah, like I know all of us here. Like we love being able to go out at like 6 o'clock at night and ripping around playing like 18 holes in like
there's no better
2.5
golf.
hours.
That's
how golf can be played.
June at like 7 o'clock.
Early July.
No, June, like late June is the perfect time because it's when it's the late, like that sun's not going down till like 9:30.
No, it's July because June's still a little cold. Like July, where it's still open late.
June has the longest days of the year, so I'm going to agree with Ryan on this.
Yeah, but
June,
like
July's a little warmer.
2023 is the longest day of the year, so I'm going to go with Ryan on late June. And can we get that up on the board?
I'm just saying, like,
but like even like those late rounds are the best because especially when you go to a course where there's not nobody around, and you can fly. Like you can, if you have a group of guys that can hit the ball and you're all on carts, you can fly through 18 holes.
Oh, yeah, it's like 3 hours. There's
I love going out there and like not seeing another soul.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, that was what I always loved about my home course, the old Taj.
Yeah, so if we ever build a 12-hole golf course, no one's allowed in the evenings but us.
There's a time limit. You have to be done by this time or else you're not playing this golf course. You're being kicked off.
If it's 6:30, we are physically removing you from the property, and we are going to have our fun.
Well, there's places like that. Like I feel like it might be Bandon Dunes where they have pace setters. We're like the first group in the morning because that's where things get shitty. Like I'm really busy golf courses.
They do it for like an hour and a half.
They do an hour and a half. You're the pace setters. You have to finish in a certain amount of time, or else they remove it.
Yeah, they got like
course.
a discounted round.
Yeah, exactly. They have like the parameters where like you're not allowed to book this tee time again, and you book this tee time at like half the rate, so you have to play in like 3 hours and 15 minutes, and then that sets the day up. Like Joe's like that's brilliant though.
It's great. It's such a good idea.
Like
everyone going like. Every course should do that.
The course that I work at right now, Brunello, is known for it's a fantastic golf course, but is known for having long rounds.
Nicest grass,
6 hour round every time.
But it's
just
long.
guaranteed.
Still the nicest grass ever.
Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable. It's so manicured. It's
Do you guys still do that pay hole by hole kind of thing?
Yeah, you pay per hole.
You pay per hole. Yeah. For honestly, one of the first places that I've ever heard of doing that.
Oh, it's a great model. It worked well.
It's huge.
I remember when I first heard that, I was like, wow.
But the only thing is, Brunello's so fucking hard. So, like,
I was going to say, wow, wicked, but tough.
Yeah.
Trash.
Like, you have a group.
You got to get ready. When you go to play Brunello, you just got to be ready to play some golf. Like you
have to play golf. And that's what makes it such a good course.
I don't mean to interrupt you. But keep your story in your head. I had a guy in for a lesson today. No joke. This is unbelievable that this is transpiring right now. And he said, when you go, he quoted it, and he was like, I play around quite a bit, but when I go to Brunello, I go to play golf.
Yeah.
And he said that today.
100%.
He was my 11 o'clock outside. And I was like, what did you say? And he goes, I bring my game. Like he was like, I go there early and I warm up. And he's like, I bring my game when I go there. He's like, that's like a tournament round for me. And I was like, that's a brilliant way to put it, Michael.
Yeah. Well, that's like the OG GM. That's what he's saying. He's like, Brunello makes you better. And it does. It does. You have to go there. And
everything's placement.
Good.
Everything's placement.
Yeah.
You got to put the drive right. You have to hit your approach right.
Very
you
much close to the players a little bit.
The greens are so small in some of the shots you have to make. Like you're talking some...
Not even like they're big enough.
Like undulating.
Like so...
Yeah.
If you miss
I know what you mean by that. Is your placement. Your placement is small. So if the green is big, that's one thing. But when you think of a front left flag on number 9, well, number 9 is the par 4 up the hill now. If you think of that green, it's massive.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
where can you actually hit it? If you're
And you can't see a single piece of it.
If you're past the pin, it's a slider down the hill that's running towards the false front. If you land short or left at all, you're screwed. And if you
also, if you land in the middle and spin, it's also coming off the front.
But if you land in the middle and spin, but if you land in the middle, pin high, perfect golf shot, 20 feet to the right, you now have like a 2.5 foot slider to the front left pin on greens that are running 10.5, 11. And it's like, not even the best players in the world can make
That's
this.
what I said. I would love for Brunello to host some sort of tour event there, because the golf course is that freaking good.
Imagine if you
it's so good.
Well, just imagine if you grew the rough out there.
That would help.
It would help.
It would help,
but it would make it so hard. 100%.
Imagine if
the Canadian amateur was there.
At least you were going to say, I was like, the Am was just there, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Canadian amateur
was the highest they've ever seen them.
The highest scores.
Split between Glen Arbor and Brunello.
Split between Glen Arbor and Brunello. Glen Arbor withheld its ground and had a scoring average of, I think, 74 or 75, something like that. And Brunello was the highest scoring average ever in the 115 years that the Canadian amateurs ever been held across Canada, and it was 82.6.
Yeah,
was the average score.
Like, it's crazy.
I got off my morning shift when I was there because I worked in the shop and checked people in. I went down and sat on the 18th green, and the only reason I chose the 18th, I could have went anywhere in the course. I literally had a cart, and I went down and I said, I don't need a cart. I'm going to sit on 18. I'm going to drink beer all afternoon. And they were like, why? And I said, this pin is 4 paces off the front of the green, and the back left pin only yields 15 yards. It's only 15 yards wide. You can't actually get it close to it.
So and the hole's long. Like, if you have to hit driver off that tee.
But nobody was hitting driver because it was so difficult.
Your landing area is tiny.
So people are hitting
it's such a good course.
Man, Calvin Ross hit like a 7-iron in after hitting like a rope 2-iron. He hit like a 7-iron or 8-iron, went to the moon, and he landed it like 1 foot short of the flag, and it bounced over up into the flower bed, like around. And that's the only reason I sat there, is because I said, this is going to be the best shot making I'm going to watch all day. I'm going to watch
it in.
No. You have to hit it so high and try to land it so soft.
Nobody hit it good. Yeah. Everyone played from the back flower bed, and I just watched a bunch of the best amateurs in the fucking globe.
Filthy hands.
Just have filthy hands, and he hit me. And Calvin hit this one. It was like a big flop shot, landed just on the crest of the green, dribbled down, and like almost went in. And I was like, "This is amazing! Like this is where I want to sit."
Because if you do, all you have to do is dribble it onto like the back edge there. And then it's going to roll down. Everything's going to release to the hole.
How much skill does that take?
It takes so much fucking skill.
But also, and then you think about if you try to play that course as a 25-30 handicapper.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they complain. Not complain, but they
demoralizing.
They go, I just didn't have my game today. And I said, you'll never have your game here. Ever.
No. Like, but if you play it, like, you will get better.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's one of the nicest courses you ever play, like, condition-wise. Unbelievable conditions. Just one of the hardest tracks.
Well, that's why I just did not enjoy playing it regularly. That's why.
Because it just hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts deep.
It's not like that it hurts. It's just I enjoy to just not have to really put on a game and just trying to slap the ball around.
When we used to go out, you would start and we'd be in excellent moods in the first tee. Couldn't believe we were going to play golf. It's 7 o'clock at night. You're going to catch a 9 holes and you're like, maybe I can sneak something under par. I'm feeling good about my game and practicing. And you're standing on the 4th tee, 6 over. And you're like, you know what, guys? Dirty Nellies is open till right now. So we can go down there if we want.
Have that next project in your mind, but don't know where to start? These guys will bring it to reality. They'll work with you to create your vision and bring it to real life. That next project you've kind of been putting off and that you don't want to start it now. Type in halifaxrenoworx.ca, click to get a quote, work with their professionals, and get started ASAP. Now is the time to start that next project, whether it's a home addition, a new deck, or a renovation. See our website, go to our sponsors page, or see the link below, Halifax RenoWorx.
Say what I'm saying. Oh, do what I'm doing.
Oh,
but diving right in. I'm feeling my song.
Feel my song.
Pick it up right.
All right.
Need a hot head.
That's the stupidest thing we've ever done. That was the stupidest thing we've ever done. So we know a guy who knows how to handle a tough golf course. There needs to be certain conditions for you to play unbelievable golf
Yeah, I think same.
on a hard golf course.
Ryan Lasagna.
Mental conditions.
I think yeah, saying that I can play a tough golf course is sure.
Well, the thing about you is you hit golf shots that are poor caliber.
If you
just stay out of your own way,
No, I know.
and that's what happens.
Yeah, if you wrapped all of your golf shots that you could hit into a round of golf,
you'd shoot 59.
Yeah, but what happens is there's other ones in there.
And then you hit one of those, and then you get in your own head.
But what happens when you don't hit one of those?
Oh well.
Whenever you stay out of your own way, whenever you take something to let you stay out of your own way.
What is the secret ingredient for golfers who can't get out of their own head to get in their own head?
Cocaine.
Like a little.
Who said that? Oh, what? You guys are crazy. Joseph over here. This guy loves milk.
Joe, do you enjoy a glass of milk on the course?
Sometimes I put in my water bottle a full liter.
Ice or no ice?
Homogenized, no milk. Sometimes I put it on the outside cup holder and let it sit in the sun.
Let it really curdle.
Curdle in my guts, bubble, some would say. Oh, classic. Oh my god. Anyways, back to Ryan throwing a sandwich in.
Back to Ryan playing the most impressive
round of golf I've ever seen in my life.
Still the most impressive.
Because the rest of us, we're struggling.
Let's get a little background to the story before we let Ryan take over. Down there for Joe's 30th birthday party. Joe,
I'm an old man.
We invite one of Joe's best friends down with us. We got this awesome foursome, and we go play Highland Links.
One of my favorite golf courses in Nova
Previously
Scotia.
rated the best golf course in Canada, and also still holds that. I think it's still within the top 10, maybe like 6 or 7 right now.
Yeah, I think it's 7.
Carved by horse and carriage.
It's crazy. It's such a good track.
All natural.
I love it.
Oh, and
I love that track.
God.
Like it's one of my favorite. Like top of my table.
In
like
Atlantic,
S tier, 100% S tier.
Oh yeah, it's an S
like
tier
S
golf
plus
course.
tier.
100%, it's an S tier golf course.
And it's June, and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
and
we had a really good day.
It's amazing out, and we have like a chalet up on the hill. Like that's like looking
so we just
over.
We drove what, like 6 hours?
Yeah,
like 5 hours.
No, it's 6. About 6 hours. Yeah.
So 6 hours.
Yeah, we stopped at mom and dad's.
Yeah, we had a
little feast there.
Brunch.
Yeah, and then we were teeing off at
1, 2.
Yeah,
1.
Was it 1
with carts?
Yeah.
So with carts, of course, because you cannot walk.
Although that course walking is honestly beautiful in itself.
I would imagine.
Yeah, I did it when I was in the Nova Scotia Junior there.
Well, you did it for a round and a half, didn't you?
It was a round and a half. No, I did it for all 4. I made the cut. Yeah, I made the cut, man. Don't sell me short, bro.
So just one of my favorite golf courses in the world, but tough. Again, really hard.
And myself personally, haven't had much success around there because of how difficult the lies are with the undulating ground around. You're going to play well on that track, you got to be on a different planet. Like,
you got to be in your own little world.
Yeah. You have to be out of it. And myself personally, I was having a tough day.
Yeah, so the cart buddy didn't make it easy.
No, it didn't.
No, cart buddy was an absolute dick, honestly.
Which is what led to this.
Who was the cart buddy?
I was the cart buddy, and I was having a rough day.
But
he's having a bad day.
No, but I was having I had a lot of work going on, and I was like away for Joe's weekend, and I couldn't get away from the work, and I was so upset I couldn't get away from it, and it was like a lot on my plate.
Yeah, we got so
calls during the round.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I'm having a terrible day, and Ryan's like, "Fuck you." Ryan's like, "I'm gonna take some mushrooms," and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "Well, me too." And he goes, "No." He goes, "You're not going to take any."
Yeah, because that just would have ruined my day.
Like, you're having a
It would have been disastrous.
Yeah, it would have ruined my day. It would have 1,000%, because you would have got so sour on that. No, I would have left you out there. for sure.
You would have came jumping in our car.
I was debating it. If he didn't fucking smarten up, I was gonna like tell him to start walking because it was just getting on my nerves.
Then I'll be out there fucking hitting at the dragons in the fairway.
Oh my god.
So we're struggling around there. So I'm not playing well. Neal's not playing well. My buddy Andrew's not playing well. But we have Ryan over here who's just absolutely striping it.
Yeah. So I mean, I did it on the putting green. It had probably about what.
Hey, on the putting green, you didn't have too many because you were caught. Because you were like,
You were microdosing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were very
I
much
probably did like
microdosing.
less than a gram on the putting green.
Oh, yeah,
and
like
then
0.5,
I was just like, I was just in my own. I was already feeling fired up for this round because one, it was Highland Links, it's beautiful. I was away. I was just so excited. Everybody was in a little bit of a meh mood. Long drive, whatever. I don't know what it was, but I was ready.
Yeah,
to
I
play.
know exactly what it was. It was when we were coming down number 9.
Yeah, but it started off. Well, he was cranky from the start.
Yeah,
You guys were fine.
We were fine.
But also, me being cranky
Was getting
and then-
everybody else cranky.
No, but also like we weren't playing overly well. But then like you just like continuously made par and the
Well, why
odd
let Ryan
birdie,
tell it?
and then no, but like I'm telling just about the first few holes.
Everybody can talk about drugs, but I can't talk about drugs. Keep going.
You can talk about.
You can talk about drugs.
Just not hardcore ones.
Gotta grow from the ground. Okay, keep going. Back
From the ground.
on you.
So yeah, but it's clear that I'm not having a good day, and I'm not having a great day. But that's not besides the point of Ryan's story. Is he's just casually making pars and birdies, and like we're fishing it out of the ponds, and I'm like hitting it out of the woods, and Ryan's like driving his cart over. He's like, "Can I just go play my fucking balls down the middle all day long?" And we're like kind of cruising through the front half. We're
Yeah, like you didn't. It wasn't really like you were playing good golf, but it wasn't like, oh my god, he's playing really good golf. Really until the back 9.
Just never
Number
missed.
9, I made a wicked approach
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
That's
but
where
you
it
just never
started.
missed. You never missed.
never
You never hit a
shot.
bad shot. Like
No,
you didn't
no, I
hit
didn't.
your normal shots.
No, I was just hitting everything smooth. Everything
Yeah.
was smooth. Everything was big.
Staying out of your own way.
Number the par 5 along the water 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I carried the like.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
hammered
that was
that.
wild.
I carried about like 20 yards.
Because I hit on the same line. I was like 30 yards short. And
Yeah.
like, you hit on the same line. I was like, oh, that sucks. And it flew the fucking ball.
it was like 30 yards past it, just in the rough, and I was like, okay.
I've
So-
been 8 iron into this par 5 that's supposed to be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and then we got up to, and then so that's
And now 9's the one. So anyone who hasn't played there or has played there, 9's little par 4 up by the snack shack, kind of like in ascending up the hill.
we
And we
were
were hungry.
Yeah.
We were
We were-
struggling at this point.
we were hungry. I mean, I was still just like having a time, enjoying myself.
Turn
And
dog.
Well, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
That's
so
exactly
yeah,
what you did, turn
yeah.
dog.
The turn dog was crucial,
Would have been
and
life saving.
and
Past
now
the turn dog right now. You're
no,
No,
we're,
coming
we're
forward.
on
We're
the
looking
tee
forward.
box. So
We
this
need-
is
for a turn
so
dog.
We
this is
need the turn
this is
dog.
where it gets
This is the turning
this
point.
is the turning point to the round for everybody
Except for Ryan.
except for
Ryan.
myself because I was
Because he was on a different
Lost.
planet. No, because he was just in his own world.
Oh.
But we were struggling.
yeah. So they really were struggling for food. I was loving life, just playing some golf, high on mushrooms. I'm pretty sure at this point I ate more. I'm up to like 3 grams at this point, but still just enjoying it. Everything just looked. I was just on a nature walk. Anyways, we get to the tee on 9, and you can
Give
see.
me my 7 iron.
So standing on 9.
It's a lightsaber. I was like, do you guys see this as well?
So then we get up on
9.
9
And
tee.
you can see the snack shack.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're almost
We're
there.
ready to go.
So it's 9 out, 9 in. True Links course. We're not getting back to the clubhouse where it's like a bar. There's just one snack shack up there, and
And no cart girl.
no
Or cart person.
no cart person out on the course. And
What course we at Lingan?
and we're standing on that tee,
Highland Links.
and we just start to hear this coming down the hill. And who's leaving the snack shack?
Gravel shack. Hopping down the fucking pebble trail. Dink, dink, dink. Coming for you, Joe. You left me unannounced.
I gave him plenty of warning.
Yes, that's exactly who it was.
Oh my god, my stomach hurts.
Oh god! The fucking cart girl leaves the fucking snack shack. We're on not. We can see it.
No, it's the worker for the snack shack.
Yeah, and whoever
It's
the
the
fuck
worker
it
for
is.
the snack
It's a-
shack.
They're just leaving the cart, and we all notice it. We all just immediately like
are in disbelief. We're just holding on to a shred of hope, being like, God, I hope they're just changing shifts, or like there's someone else out there. Like there has to be someone, because like I need a dog, I need a drink, like I need something, like it's hot, I'm tired, I need something.
And then Ryan just goes like 3-wood down the middle, like pitching wedge to like 4 feet, and like taps it in. And we get up there. There's no fucking car. There's no fucking
nobody. No, the thing is, nobody finished that hole
in the snack shack.
What?
Nobody else finished that hole.
No, God, no. I did not. I think I actually would have made a 7 or an 8.
You ejected yours, God knows where.
Twice.
Yeah.
You
threw a club that round.
Oh, for sure.
Probably
multiple times. The way it is like basically what happened was I just wasn't thinking about a single thing on my golf swing. I was just stepping up to the ball, seeing the shot, and just shot it. Like it was like basically had an out of body experience. Simple. Well, no, that's what it is.
Like, it sounds so simple.
It sounds simple, but I wasn't overthinking. I wasn't standing over the ball. Okay, make sure I do this on my backswing. Snap at this point. Make sure this happens. I'm not thinking about my swing. I was just doing the swing itself. And
you were feeling it.
Yeah.
You were feeling as one.
I was in my happy place.
Your happy place, like happy's happy place.
I was in my happy place. So I mean, nothing. And then we made the turn, and I was pretty sure it was even after the front 9.
Yeah, after that birdie on 9, you got back to even.
And then we're
playing the tips at this prestigious golf course,
and it's pretty long from the tips. It's good length from the tips for sure. Yeah. And then we go. It's the downhill par 3. I just make par there, and then we have the valley hole, the straightaway par 4. I just down the middle, and then I was like on the green. And then we come to the par 3 along the river.
That was a crazy golf shot. It's like 208 yards into the wind.
Beautiful hole.
Around that tree, like river down your left.
Oh, just a beautiful hole. You're in the middle of the all you see is the mountains beside you, filled with just this beautiful trees.
Yeah. 210 yards. Ryan floats this 56-degree wedge.
I think it was a 7-iron, wasn't it?
It was it was a 7-iron.
Yeah, it was a 7-iron.
I'm pretty sure it was a 7-iron.
Yeah, and then just we looked at it. Looked good from the start. Got up there.
It was just like a high draw.
Yeah,
that just looked good the entire way.
Like started like 20 feet right of the flag, and then as it came down towards the flag, it was like 7
It looked like it was going
right of the flag, and I was like,
you can't see the green from the tee. You couldn't see the green.
You can see the bottom of the cup.
Yeah. So
then,
like it bounced off like right on the perfect side of the collar, like just on the green, rolled down to like fucking like 2 feet.
It was a kick in, like it looked like it went in the hole.
Yeah,
and like we were like, he just made a 1.
Yeah,
let's go. Drinks on Ryan.
Sick and tired of just sucking at sports betting? Or you want to educate yourself more on who to not ever play again in fantasy sports? Check out Mayo Media Network. You can head over to our website, click the sponsors page, or you can find it in the link below. Let's get those bets cashed in, and let's make sure those guys don't get off the bench ever again. Head over to Mayo Media Network. We'll see you there.
We get to the next tee, though, and then all of a sudden there's a fake moose. Yeah. So there's apparently fake moose out there. Yeah.
So Neal's goal going down here was like, I just want to see a fucking moose, and that's half the reason you were so rattled the first day. It's like, this day would just be better if I just see a moose. Yeah. All I want to do is
I don't know what it is. I just like moose.
Yeah, you just want to see a moose. So
I don't get to see enough.
So I remember. So I was I was with my buddy Andrew, and we were partners, and they were partners. And it's a pretty long drive to get to the next hole.
Partners and carts.
Partners.
I don't know why it's the first time I've heard that.
Really? Oh my god.
Partners.
Do you want to be my partner?
So I get Andrew. I'm like, okay, Andrew, I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna mess with Neal a bit here. Like, he's having a bad day. Let's see if I can make him laugh.
Yeah, of course.
So I just searched on Google Images. I was like, moose in stream. We were right next to this like water, and I found this like picture of this moose that looked very similar to like kind of the look of what this river looked like. I was like, this is perfect. So I took the image, I screenshotted it, I cropped it down so that it was like just a perfect little image. Get up to Neal, like, Neal, guess what? We saw a moose. And the look on Neal's face couldn't be more devastated. His heart fell.
Yeah.
It was so sad.
Oh, he was pissed.
He was rattled.
They saw a moose.
Yeah, literally.
Fuck you, man. I wanted to see the moose.
Ryan's like, I've seen a few.
Which is like, were yours also purple?
It's like, I thought you were a moose.
Oh man, I was never so sad. I really wasn't. It really would have made that week a lot different, or that weekend, if I just seen one post on that golf.
Moral of the story is just like honestly,
Microdose shrooms.
Microdose some shrooms and go play some golf, and you'll see some stuff.
Like
Yeah,
you played. That was
71.
that was the best round of golf.
Story is eat mushrooms and play golf.
Eat
That
the
was-
correct amount of mushrooms and understand what that actually did for Ryan.
Consume mushrooms responsibly.
Not encouraging to go eat
No.
mushrooms at all.
No. But if you are, do it smart.
Well, then there's the whole side of it. It's like, that is a very interesting and compelling story to realize that, like,
Staying out of your own way.
what's it like to be out of your own head?
Well, that's what I mean, and that's where it was. I was.
Yeah, you were out of your own way. You just let your skill take over.
Exactly. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't thinking.
Like I
about
said, that was the best round of golf I've ever.
But it was
apart
just
from one other performance.
It was just.
That was the best round of golf I've ever seen in my life.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome.
That was wild.
That was crazy. That's a story for another time. But I got to give it to Neal. Like we played this 2-man at Abercrombie.
It was wild.
I didn't putt until the 14th hole.
Made
He
no
made
sense.
everything he looked at.
No,
it was
funny.
crazy.
It was a joke. It was a joke.
It was
It was
crazy.
like 20 footers back of heart, and it was like 20 footer followed by a 40 footer, and then followed by like a 30-foot eagle putt off the green,
Yeah.
and it was like laughable. Like we laughed. We like even the other team. We were all laughing that the ball went in, and it was just like
You're killing us.
it was like this is outrageous, and but that's a whole other story. They can't take away from this.
No,
Just
it's
incredible
an incredible
experience.
performance. Because, like I said, I'll be the first one to tell anyone. Ryan, when he strikes the ball,
It's better than all of us.
it's better than all of us, easily. Like it sounds like a tour pro whenever you hit a good shot.
It's just the consistency.
Yeah, it's just not there
just-
at all the times.
just-
It's like
A little bit of a head case
it's
sometimes.
like 5-1.
Yeah, exactly. It's like chunk, thin chunk, striped.
Hole out.
Yeah, it's like what?
Hole in one though. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah, you still got to figure
You
that
don't
out.
have one.
Yeah, but yours
Which is wild.
watching
You have
yours
how
go
many?
in on a really good golf shot was
So
crazy.
Gracie has 2. I have 2,
I have 1,
and you have 1, and Neal has 0.
and it was like
Cheers, everyone. I'm just like you guys at home.
no,
Yeah.
a lot of people at home probably have some,
Yeah.
so you probably not like the people at home.
Dude,
So
I went
I'm not
to, when I went to that club in Toronto, I had the least amount.
That's
wild.
wild.
At 2.
That's wild.
My head pro had 11.
That's
11.
crazy.
How much golf are you playing?
Yeah,
Right?
I play a
I
lot
just
of
Sorry, it
golf,
was my
once.
DOG.
and I hit a lot of good golf
He was
shots,
my
and they
DOG.
don't go in.
I know.
Yeah.
How does 11
Well,
go
just
in?
you got to be so lucky.
Mm.
It's such luck.
To have
like-
the correct spin, to get it in like
Just
a,
to hit
what
it
is
in the hole.
4-inch hole from upwards of, let's call it 160 yards or 100 yards. Like,
How about 207? That was wild.
that was crazy.
That was the best shot of my life, and it just happened. To
One
go
of
in the hole.
my favorite hole-in-ones I saw was actually Jeff Bishop on 17 at Brunello from the back tees.
That's
We were on
crazy, too.
18T.
I was
we didn't see
standing
it.
from the tee box behind him
That's
when he hit
wild.
it, and it was nuts.
That's like 225 yards.
It was just this low draw, just came in, fell down softly, and just rolled towards the hole. I was like, go in.
And it did.
Just fell in the hole, and I was like, that was
You're just like, I know what I'm doing later.
yeah. This is great. This is great.
Drinks on Jeff.
Yeah,
Let's
great,
go.
great shot, Jeffrey. Great shot.
Yeah, he was on the bike.
Yeah,
We
he
came over and
flew up on his little
celebrated.
bike, just pedaling, just flying up the road.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my god, yeah, no, that was a good one.
The hole-in-ones are the best.
Yeah.
Like, to witness, to get on your own, to just like,
Well, you wouldn't
Well, you
know
wouldn't know about getting on your own day account. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, right.
Air
Yeah,
5.
yeah, Air 5.
Air
it's on-
We love you, Neal.
yeah.
I mean,
Every time I get into a season, I'm just like, this is my season. I'm gonna get one. So you know what? This season, I don't fucking care.
Josh, what are you feeling this season? It's gonna be your season.
I think it's going to be my season.
Yeah, I feel.
Yeah,
that
let's
too.
wrap this up. What's everyone's goals for this season?
Josh, you've been playing much. You start with you go.
Yeah. Honestly, I need to play this year. I'm going to play as many I'm going to try and play in almost every event this year. Everyone's always been like, oh shit, you're finally back home.
Yeah.
You're going to play an event. I came back home last year. I didn't play one. Everyone's like, oh, like, what, are you going to enter an event? You're going to like come to the PEI like we talked about on the previous pod
Yeah.
and all that, like, didn't play shit.
Yeah.
Didn't have
Oh,
a
you
came back to
have
one.
to. Even
This-
like
this'll
even
be
if
my
you,
year.
even if you
Like,
can't, like if you just go to the island.
The island
honestly,
opens the
that's
one
like-
tour.
Your
Island
goal,
Open
your,
is-
your goal should be to play in 5 events this year. I'm
Exactly.
making your goal for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether you place well or not, your
Right.
goal is now. Your goal from this moving forward is now. You need to register and play in 5 golf tournaments this season.
Exactly.
That's
And
it.
that
Whether it doesn't matter how you play. Result oriented is thrown out the window. You are just to have to register and get yourself back into the competitive mode.
We'll play 2-man together.
literally.
We'll do
We
2-man
will.
together.
We will. And I got that dog in me, so you know. I'm
You
kinda
got that
for it.
dough.
Yeah, you can make some
No,
little
I know
shots.
you
got
have the
that
game and the
dough.
dog, and you have to get
I'll just-
yourself
I just have
there.
to
I'll
get
just-
there.
I'll
It's
just-
like the gym.
You just have to.
It's like a packed sausage. Yeah, it's just like getting to the gym. Once you're there, you know what's going on. Like you can do it, but it's
Walking in
getting
that
there.
front door is fucking hard, brother.
It's tough. I'd rather sit home and eat a bowl of Captain Crunch. Yeah. No.
Neal, what's your goal? Get a 1?
No, well, you know what? My goals aren't really based around like. No, I don't really give. Honestly, I don't care if I get a 1, and you know that.
Yeah,
I
I
really
know.
don't care.
He so cares.
Yeah, so
That's what people who don't care say.
yeah.
Don't mind me. I got them both on trophies at home. Yeah, no, it's totally wants one. I'm hoping it comes to him this year. I do.
Yeah.
I hope it does
Thanks,
come to you
man.
this year. I do hope it comes to you this year. Honestly, it was ball striking probably the best in the room. Probably. Well, I know you're all fucking hooting his horn, but by far.
Maybe not bullshit. Let's go consistency throughout
Okay.
the entire bag.
All right. So,
Okay.
what's your goal?
My goal this year is. Well, I'm playing the full course. I'm playing the full tour on the East Coast Pro Tour. So I'm probably going to get in anywhere from 12 to 13, maybe 14 events with the PGA stuff too. And you know what? My goal this year in particular is I'm interested in shooting in the 60s in every golf tournament. Disregarding one round, and you're allowed to have off days. I'm kind of treating this year as another development year. I'm working really hard. But one round out of my 2 or 3, maybe 4, depending on what my structure is, I want to have one round in the 60s. So if I shoot a 77 the first day, I want to shoot in the 60s the second day. If I shoot in the 60s the first day, I want to back that up with a good round. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, but needing to get back into those numbers for me that I can feel my confidence grow again. So that's a big one. Is just because 69 is 3 under par, and 3 under par is no joke.
No, that's good.
Yeah, if you shoot a 69, you're within the golf tournament. You're there. And whether you shoot an 80 the first day and a 69 the second day, you've then proven it to yourself that you can do it in the next event. So that's a big thing for me moving forward.
Right.
My goal this year is actually a top 5.
Okay.
Excellent.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
That's a good
I would
goal.
like to get a top 5 this year. Anyways, there.
Yeah.
No
I
matter
think
what
it's there. Like you've been working on the game a lot. Like
Yeah.
I said, for you, the biggest thing is just consistency.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you can just bring, not even your A game. Hey, if you can just bring your B game consistently.
Yeah. I just got to avoid doubles. I
avoid
get
big numbers.
There's like last year at the island, I actually played decent. There was just 2 holes that I just made something stupid, but then everything else was like around par. And so that's the difference, is just getting rid of those dumb holes this year. That's the big adjustment. That's the big goal. So we'll see where that goes.
You know what? There's times in everyone's life when they have to do that. When it's like it might not be making more birdies. It might be
Just eliminate the big numbers.
eliminating the big numbers,
Mhm.
which is a task that a lot of people can
100%.
take on.
100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you can shoot 70 or 90. If you just avoid big numbers, you're going to be so much better.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh, easily.
try to make bogey your worst score. If you're out of position, try to make a bogey. Don't try to hit the hero shot, end up making a quad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely that.
Let's
Joe,
hear you.
yourself.
So my goal, because my game's been trending the last few years, I need to put 2 rounds together, very similar to Neal. Like I've had a lot of tournaments
Wanna see
over
a
the past
dub.
2 years.
Wanna see
I would
a
love
want
to
to
see
see
a
a
dub.
W for sure.
But I've had a lot of tournament rounds in the past couple of years where it's been like bogey free 69, 78, 78, 67. Like I just need to put 2 rounds together and put myself in a tournament. My biggest thing that I used to do is like, oh, I just want to make a paycheck. I just want to be like top 15 or whatever.
Get some
I need to start being like, I want to
be in the money.
I want to be in I want to win this tournament.
Yeah.
And the big thing is that is not skill level.
No,
It's mental.
it's mental,
Yeah.
and that's what it is. Like for myself, I didn't play enough tournament golf growing up. I never really started playing competitive golf until college, really. So it's just something for me that it took me a while to get used to playing well in competition. So now I just want to continue to keep playing well in tournaments and put 2 rounds together and put myself right there in a golf tournament.
Because when you do put 2 rounds together, you have a different outlook on yourself.
Yeah, well, that's what it is. Like
you bring yourself a abundance of confidence, not just some. You prove
100%.
to you, because golf is so individualized, where it's like you have to believe in what you're doing.
Golf is only a competition.
Well,
with
that's
yourself.
what it was like 2 years ago. Whenever I started playing good tournament golf, like I shot the bogey-free 69 at the Island Open, and then blew up the second round. It just so happened. It just so happened to be the way that the schedule worked, because it got delayed because of COVID. I think it was that the Island Open was the weekend, and then the zone was Monday, Tuesday.
Monday and Tuesday.
So we didn't play a practice round, but we played a tournament Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday. So then on the drive to Fredericton, I even told Neal, I was like, I know I can put myself there. I just need to put myself there again. Went out the next day, was leading the tournament again.
Yeah, like so 68 and deep.
I was watching the scores. I was in Toronto and I watched the scores. I was messaging. I messaged back to the group. I was like, damn boy, it's like pop off. Let's
so like I know, and then
let's fucking go. And I saw the score. I was like, fuck me, boy. Joey's in the 60s. I was like, all right, Joey, hold it together. Let's get this done.
So just for me, big goal, 2 rounds.
Yeah,
2 rounds together in a tournament and place. Try to win a golf tournament and just play. Just put 2. I don't even care if I win necessarily, but just put 2 good rounds together back to back.
Yeah, and it's for anyone. Whether you're trying to win an event, whether you're trying to just break 90, whether you're trying to break 100, whatever it is, coming down the last few holes, knowing that you've already achieved maybe up to that point your best. Like you're 18, 17, 16 holes in, you're coming down the last hole, or you're in a tournament like we are, we're 36 holes in, or maybe like 54 holes in. And you have that feeling when you're coming down, whether you make a triple bogey or a bogey, you're going to be pleased with yourself. But when you can finish strong and get in there and sit in the clubhouse and have a confidence about your game, that you really have known, that you like proven to yourself in the last 3 holes there that you were nervous, you were uncomfortable, you didn't know how your game was hold up, and you fucking did it. Next level. Whether you break 80 for the first time, whether you break 90 for the first time, next level confidence.
I just think, take anything from this, everybody should set their own goal for the summer.
Yeah, everyone set their own goal. Like it doesn't have to be,
and that's for anybody.
Set a reasonable goal. Set a goal where you can achieve it.
Yeah, and that takes for anybody, if you're just starting golf or not. Like, take a simple goal, like count your putts, make a putting goal, like count your score, give yourself a scoring goal, give yourself.
Start small and work your way up.
Yeah, like I want to be able to hit my driver 100 yards.
I want to play around without making a double.
Yeah,
like just.
I want to play around without losing a golf ball.
Yeah, just anything. Just start small and then go from there.
Yeah, no, for sure, and that's what we're doing. Like, set your goals this year. It's basically it. Sleep with a girl.
It just came out of nowhere. It just like slammed.
It's just so random. That's just so random.
Honestly, it's all about setting your goals and find it this year. If it this year to, regardless of golf, get laid. If this is your year, do it. Anyway, set your goal. Let this year be for setting goals and achieve it. Regardless,
that's going on.
Thank you for checking in this week with the Bunger House podcast, and happy to have you here. We'll see you guys here soon.
Set your goals.